Alright. Okay, YouTube. Oh, man. I think you know what's going on. I think you know what time it is, okay? Today we have a very, very important question for you. And I don't think you're gonna like the answer completely. But, it's not all doom and gloom. I mean, it is for most people, but you still might have hope. See, in this particular video, the one question I want to ask you is, do you think you can survive AI? The answer to that is probably not, actually. That's the short answer, you know? I mean, are you a model? Are you a driver? Are you a clerk? Do you do customer service? Can you sing? Do you think you're a rapper? All these things, anything that you're trying to do is done for. AI is here for you. Well, congrats. At least you made it to the video. I mean, your work is gone. The things that you went to school for, you know, just won't be there in the future the way that everybody told you they would. But at least you did make it to the video today. You're still breathing. You still got a shot. It's almost too late, but it's not. And I mean, of all the amazing things that AI is taking over, forget even being an artist. And I'm someone who really loves art. You know? Rule 34, hentai, ecchi, anime. Well, I mean, maybe these things aren't being replaced just yet in video form. But as far as stills go, oh man, water's looking rough. Now, there are a few things that are safe, but that's for a different video. In this video, we're more talking about what you can do to survive the current tidal wave of AI that's flooding your world. So let's take a look at the current situation. What's actually happening? Well, you have 10 years or less before a total meltdown happens, right? Where UBI, Universal Basic Income, is an absolute must. And it won't be because people are lazy or, you know, not figuring things out or not working hard. It's going to be because people don't have options left. I mean, think about it. If you're a truck driver, what are you going to do? They got AI trucks that will just do the delivery for you. All you need at that point is somebody to take it off the truck. And if you think Amazon or somebody isn't working on some fucking robot to just unload trucks, you're absolutely wrong, you know? So, don't think it's because people don't want to be successful or to have an okay life. A lot of people aren't looking for major success, they just want to live well. It's going to be because all the things that people could do, AI is doing. Basically, people are going to be fucking obsolete. In 5 years, that's when you're going to start to feel the burn. Hell, depending on what you do, you might already be feeling the burn. We were just talking about delivery drivers and Uber drivers. They already have self-driving cars that will pick you up to a destination and deliver you somewhere. They're in small markets right now, but we know how it starts, right? Internet started in just a couple little areas, and now it's in your area, and it's been there for like 30 years or whatever, right? So, the real question is, it's not when is it gonna kick your ass, it's how do you avoid it kicking your ass. The way you avoid something like this, kicking the shit out of you, is you make sure that you're already ahead of the curb when it comes stomping through your neighborhood, you know? Now, this is something that's already on a trajectory, and the problem isn't going to fix itself. The reason? Capitalism. I don't care what the fuck you do. You're replaceable because you're going to want to take time off. You're going to have emotions. Some days you're going to be moody. You're not always going to be consistent. Some days you're not even going to show up. Maybe you're not feeling good. Maybe something happened in your family. Maybe you're going through a crisis. Well, you know what doesn't have crises? Things with silicon in them. Well, computer things with silicon in them. So, where does this leave you though? You know? It leaves you in a position where you have to figure out something now. You can't wait. If you sit around hoping that in 5 years you're caught up with everything and like life is going okay, you're going to be sorely mistaken. Listen, You don't understand. Sitting on your couch right now or wherever you may be watching this on your way to your own shitty job, you don't understand how serious this is. Let me put this into perspective for you. All the things that robots can do, just think about them right now. Seriously, I'm going to give you a moment to sit in silence and think about it. On that list of things that robots can do, did any of you name surgery? Because that's where they're at. Now, if a robot could be your next surgeon, what fucking hope do you have at unloading boxes? So here's the game plan. Pull a seat up, gentlemen. We're going to fix your predicament right now. And a lot of you are going to hear this. All of you are going to hear this. But most of you aren't going to do shit. Well, I'm not here to yell at you and tell you what a piece of shit you are for not doing shit. I actually want to focus on what you should be doing and clear my conscience. Because I'm going to tell you, what you have to do right now is move with the trend. Don't go against the flow, because it's not going to reverse itself. You're going to try to swim upriver and you're going to fucking drown. You're not a trout. There's things that you can do to make money, but the things that you do, you need to be making a lot of money, and it needs to be scalable into the future. You can't be doing these blue collar jobs anymore. JOBS. There's a long story behind why I don't like that word. And yes, it does have to do with a religious story. But you don't want a JOBS. You want to be able to live your own financial freedom. And I don't have a course that I'm trying to sell you. And I'm not trying to get you to buy something. What I am trying to get you to do is find the thing that you want to do and make that work to the highest degree of your personal ability. You don't have to be number one, but you do need to be top tier in the things that you want to do. So, you're an artist. Okay. Takes you 6-7 hours to finish a nice drawing, maybe more. AI whips it up in 10 seconds while somebody types it into a prompt and then makes themselves a fucking hot pocket. Okay. Competition on that front isn't looking very good. So what could you do then? Well, you could use AI to make art in a style similar to your own. In fact, you can upload your art to AI to teach it to learn how to do things like you. Now, I know it doesn't have the same personal touch, but we're talking money here. What? Do you want to have your personal pride intact, drawing all your own drawings by hand and making no money? Or do you want to compromise a little bit and make a lot of money? Look, you can still be an artist, and once you're fucking rich and people know you for the art you create, you can still line the walls of your home with your own hand drawing, hand creations, or whatever you may do by using your pixel art or your 3D or whatever type of art style you have. But right now, you need to win the war. And the only way you're going to do that is with money. So if you were an artist, I would say use AI and have it replicate a similar style to what you do. That way you can still take credit for being the inventor of that style of art. You will still be directing the AI. It will still be your work. And then you can put that in shirts, things, you can find a way to monetize your skill. And guess what? By doing this, you could have 100 times more artwork done in a style that resembles yours and still call it your own. That's plus money right there, baby. So, you're a computer programmer, or you like to write code, that kind of thing, AI can assist with that. Speed up your workflow and get ahead of the curve. Eventually, you'll want to scale out of that so that you're not trading your time for money. Maybe you end up using your skills to make a new app that goes viral and people download it and pay for it or buy things from it. You can do that. There's new apps every day for all sorts of things. There's apps for weather. I literally just got done downloading a time zone app, and I'm pretty sure it has ads in it. Somebody's making money off of time zones. You could have made that app, and I could have been the one downloading your app, but you didn't make that app, so go make an app. You like to code stuff, right? I'm not going to go through a whole list of everything you could do to transition what it is that you currently do into something that uses AI instead of fights against AI. But what I'm going to do is implore you to sit down, being someone who now lives in the modern age where you at the tips of your fingers have all of the wealth and knowledge of all of humanity throughout its written history at your fingertips. For you not to know something is no excuse whatsoever. Think about it. You already know everything because you can ask the internet everything and then verify the information you learned. So whatever it is that you do, in its current form, it has done so. You're going to have to evolve. Even content creators are going to have to start to do something else. I said earlier in the video that there are things that are going to be safe for a lot longer than other things, Again, that's for a different video. But if you have a good personality and people online grasp a hold of you now and they start following you, they won't give a fuck about AI or anything else, You will always be you to them. And they won't trade that for anything. But trust me, they're already coming out with AI models, AI influencers, all this shit to get rid of real people like you. So the only thing you can do is make yourself an irreplaceable member of society now. Because the future doesn't have long before it comes to gobble you the fuck up. I don't make the rules. I just empower you, strengthen you, show you young men how to get things done before it's too late. And even if you're older men, because if you're older and technology has always been a little weird for you, well, this is your last chance to figure it out before you end up needing help from the government. No one wants to live off the government because I think we've all seen how the government takes care of you when it's its job to take care of you. And let's be honest, until AI takes over, it was never really the government's job to take care of you. It was always your job to figure out, or it was your place. I don't even want to say job. It was your place to figure out your way in the world. But once AI takes over, you motherfuckers who had excuses all these years are actually going to have a real reason and not just an excuse. You don't want to be there when that happens. You want to be in your mansion with your Lambos, with your wonderful women at your side that you can trust, with your money, with your place of the world nicely carved out so that you can be secure in the future. So this video is just to let you know one thing. The world as you know it is changing, and you are watching it in real time. You can either sit around, do the same thing you've been doing, that's been keeping you broke, barely paying your bills. What's the last vacation you've been on? And where was it? If you went on a vacation and didn't need your passport, you are not living life. And people will tell you not everyone can go out there and live these kinds of lives. They'll say that people who say things similar to me are hyping you guys up for things when most of you can't do it. Look, here's the truth of that matter, right? Most people will never be successful, no matter how many individuals come on the internet and tell you guys exactly what to do. And you know why? Because you're not going to go do them. In theory, if you all did them, you would basically be putting each other out of business. But in reality, these videos are so that everyone can watch them. And a few really smart men can go out there and do them. So be the smart man. Don't get caught up in the tidal wave of bullshit. Don't let your emotions get in the way. And by all means, don't let AI run your ass over, because we all see the truck coming. It's surprising no one. Win the fight called life. Win the game called life. So that's been that video. God, good night, out. And remember, gentlemen, find your dream girls. Go out there, make a pass, smack that ass. And I'll see you in the next video.